Halloween by John Carpenter is not just my favorite horror movie, it's my favorite movie, period. And in the next few minutes, I'll give you 5 reasons why I think it's objectively the greatest horror film of all time. Let's get with it. Number 5. The music. The music in this film is the greatest music ever put in a horror film. And I'm not just talking about the theme song either. The entire movie is filled with great music that enhances tension even when nothing's going on. It's amazing that John Carpenter made it. I can't think of another director who wrote his own music for his own films. If he hadn't chose to make movies, he could have made a living as a film composer. Number 4. Laurie Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis would give better performances of the character in later films, like the Gordon Green trilogy and especially in H2O, but it's here where she revolutionizes the final girl. She didn't invent the concept, but she took it to its peak level here. Number 3. Dr. Loomis. He's the modern day Van Helsing. He's the only guy who knows how big a threat Michael is and what he's capable of, and he is so obsessed with stopping the monster, he would give his life to protect others. Donald Pleasance's performance is terrific, and he gets all the movie's best lines. Other than a dude with atomic breath and a guy with a chainsaw for a hand, I don't know of a better horror hero. Number 4. The directing. See how Carpenter hides Michael in the shadows just at the corner of your eye? And how he uses music to increase the tension and all those great camera angles? And is there any film that personifies the holiday more than this one? That's why it's played to death every October. And even though the film is essentially bloodless, the deaths are all great anyway because of how they're shot and the tension that's built up to them. But obviously, the real reason is Michael Myers himself. The greatest fear is the fear of the unknown. And after 13 movies and after close to 50 years, we still don't really know him. Here's a few questions. Please hang in there with me. Why is he super strong and almost impossible to kill? How did he learn to drive a car when he spent basically his whole life in an asylum? Why does he refuse to talk? Why doesn't he run when he could get to his victims quicker? Why does he specifically target his family? And last but not least, why does he kill at all? And contrary to popular belief, he's not devoid of personality. See where he admires this kill with a childlike wonder? Or when he dressed up as a ghost to kill this annoying hot chick? He actually has a vivid, if subtle, sense of black humor. But still, he is unknowable. His mask is a perfect reflection of the inner him. You never know how he feels or what he thinks because he shows no outward emotion. Just like the blank expression of his mask, everything is inside. The spooky thing is, his mask doesn't hide the real him, it is the real him. And after all these years, none of us really want to know why he does what he does, because that would ruin his mystique. I could also mention the opening scene and the chase scene at the end, 2 of the better scenes of their kind, and the film basically created the slasher boom, but I think you get the idea. Last but not least, my personal theory on why he kills. I think 6-year-old Michael began to realize he was attracted to his sister. Part of him was disgusted by this, and the other half was intrigued. When he saw his sister with her boyfriend, he snapped from jealousy and killed her. After realizing what he did, he was beyond the point of no return. And I think the reason why he tries to kill his sister, or niece depending on the film, is because they somehow remind him of the sister he loved and hated at the same time. But I think he's also impotent, and his killings for women is a way he can hold the control that is usually reserved for, well, you know. There's a scene in the film where Michael watches a chick and her boyfriend get it on. He could have killed both of them easily, but instead he lets them finish, and not just that, he breathes heavily. Could he possibly be turned on by this? Most serial killers have a sexual motive of some kind, and though Michael appears asexual, I think this drives him as well. Or maybe it's just psychobabble, you decide. Please leave me a comment to let me know what you think of my theory, pro or con. I'd love to hear it. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time on the Hillbilly Review channel.